Music has always been a limitless creative space where stories and emotions are expressed through every note. However, there is a little-known truth in the world of music. Many famous Black artists who have helped shape the industry actually carry a part of themselves that they had to keep hidden throughout their careers. Today, we will explore 25 Black musicians you didn't know were LGBTQ+. The stories behind these legendary hits not only make us admire their talent, but also open a door to freedom and acceptance in an industry full of challenges. Ready to uncover the untold secrets? Stay tuned to this video. Were you surprised to learn that the musicians you love are also part of the LGBTQ+ community? Do you feel the freedom and acceptance reflected in their music? If you resonate with this story, leave a 1 in the comments. If you didn't know this fact, comment 0 and share your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to support the channel and get more fascinating stories. Little Richard not only helped shape American music, but also contributed to transforming the sound of the 20th century. Born on December 5, 1932, in Macon, Georgia, he grew up in a family with strong religious beliefs, where his rebellious nature clashed with the expectations of both his family and the church. At 15, he left home to perform on the road, carrying with him a voice that could cut through any noise, grabbing the attention of audiences. His breakout hit, Tutti Frutti, released in 1955, introduced a new sound, wild rhythms, and sensual energy, selling over 1 million copies and catapulting him to stardom. However, behind the spotlight, he was a man full of contradictions. Little Richard openly spoke about his relationships with men, especially in the 1980s and later in interviews in the 2000s. Yet he also condemned homosexuality, occasionally citing his religious beliefs as the reason for his views. This internal conflict haunted him throughout his life. He repeatedly abandoned music to pursue a career as a preacher, only to return to the stage, then walk away again. His struggle was not only a personal one, but also a reflection of cultural issues in the 1950s. Being a Black gay man in the entertainment industry meant risking everything for his career, safety, and even his life. Despite his immense influence on artists like Elvis Presley, James Brown, and the Beatles, who covered many of his songs, Little Richard was still marginalized by the music industry because of his expression of gender and race. Nevertheless, his legacy is undeniable. Little Richard was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986 and received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 1993. He passed away on May 9, 2020, at the age of 87 due to bone cancer. Although he never fully reconciled his public image with his private truths, his impact on shaping music and self-expression will forever be remembered. Before the LGBTQ+ pride community became an integral part of pop music charts, Sylvester made a significant mark under the bright lights of disco. Born Sylvester James Jr. on September 6, 1947 in Los Angeles, he grew up in a Pentecostal family and was deeply immersed in gospel music. However, from a young age, Sylvester identified as different, experimenting with makeup, singing in a falsetto, and confidently expressing his femininity, something that society at the time found baffling and even dangerous. He began performing with the pioneering drag group Cocket in San Francisco before officially embarking on a solo career in the mid-1970s. His breakthrough single, You Make Me Feel Mighty Real, released in 1978, became an instant anthem. The song combined gospel vocals with electronic disco music, reaching number 36 on the Billboard Hot 100. However, its impact went far beyond the charts and spread throughout the LGBTQ+ community, where it became an anthem of joy, freedom, and defiance. Coming out as gay and defying gender norms at that time could have ended his career, but Sylvester refused to hide who he was. He wore sequins-applied eyeliner and appeared on national television demanding creative control and asserting that his queer identity should be central to his public image. In a 1979 interview, he boldly declared, "I'm Sylvester. I'm a man. I'm not ashamed of anything." Although the music industry saw him as a novelty, Sylvester's second career phase was a remarkable success. His voice was compared to legends like Aretha Franklin and Patti LaBelle, yet mainstream radio kept its distance from him. After the spotlight faded, Sylvester witnessed many of his close friends succumb to the AIDS epidemic. He was diagnosed with HIV in 1986, and 2 years later he passed away on December 16, 1988, at the age of 41. Despite his passing, he continued to defy conventions. Sylvester left his estate to AIDS-related charities and requested that his ashes be scattered under a large pink flower as a tribute to Ma Rainey, who pioneered the recognition of a woman's voice in blues music. Before any record label recognized a woman's voice in blues, Ma Rainey filled tents and vaudeville halls with her powerful vocals. Born Gertrude Bridget on April 26, 1886 in Columbus, Georgia, Ma Rainey began her performing career as a teenager and later adopted the stage name Ma Rainey after marrying singer Will Rainey. However, her identity and legacy went far beyond this marriage. Ma Rainey was one of the first black women to professionally record music, and from 1923 to 1928, she recorded over 90 songs for Paramount Records, including hits like C.C. Rider and Beauville Blues. Her voice was raw, unrefined, and deeply Southern, capturing both the pain and strength of black working-class life. What set Ma Rainey apart wasn't just her music, but her bold personal life. She was widely known for her relationships with women, including rumors of affairs with female chorus members and other entertainers. In 1925, she recorded "Prove It on Me Blues," a clever response to rumors about her after being accused of hosting an all-female party. The lyrics boldly challenged social norms. "Last night I went out with my friends, they had to be women 'cause I don't like men." At a time when same-sex desire was taboo, especially for black women in the South, Ma Rainey boldly embraced her identity. She proudly adorned herself in sparkling gowns with gold teeth and led her own band. She was a boss in every room she entered, despite the rumors and judgment she faced. Ma Rainey retired in 1935 and passed away from heart failure on December 22, 1939, at the age of 53. Though often overshadowed by the men of her time, her influence on music and culture can still be deeply felt across generations. Bessie Smith didn't just seek attention, she demanded it. Born in Chattanooga, Tennessee on April 15, 1894, she overcame poverty to become one of the highest-paid black entertainers of the 1920s. Bessie's voice was powerful, rich, and unapologetic, full of raw humanity, embodying the very essence of blues music. Known as the Empress of the Blues, Smith signed with Columbia Records in 1923, and her debut album, Downhearted Blues, sold over 780,000 copies, cementing her status as a musical icon. Bessie didn't just dominate the stage. She lived a rough, complicated life, much like the lyrics she sang. She was known for having relationships with both men and women. Accounts from that time, including those of her granddaughter Ruby Walker, describe Bessie as a woman who loved fiercely and unapologetically. Her sexual orientation was an open secret within the vaudeville community, although her marriage to bodyguard Jack G was tainted by infidelity on both sides. Bessie Smith quickly defended herself when it was reported that she had beaten up a group of relatives for disrupting one of her performances. When blues legend Ma Rainey found herself in legal trouble, Bessie was said to have used her influence to protect her. Her career declined during the Great Depression as musical tastes shifted, but her legacy never faded. Bessie Smith died in a car accident on September 26, 1937, at the age of 43. False rumors that she had been denied medical care due to her race after her death were later debunked, yet they highlighted the way society treated black women, even musical legends. Billy Strayhorn may not be a household name for everyone, but he shaped the sound of American jazz more than most. Born on November 29, 1915 in Dayton, Ohio, and raised in Pittsburgh, Strayhorn was a talented pianist and a master composer. He became the closest collaborator of Duke Ellington, co-writing and arranging many of the most enduring works in jazz history. His most famous composition, Take the A-Train, became Ellington's signature tune. Strayhorn also co-wrote or arranged for many of Ellington's major works, including Lush Life, Chelsea Bridge, and Satin Doll. While Ellington thrived in the spotlight, Strayhorn often stayed behind the scenes. At that time, being openly gay was not only taboo but also dangerous, especially for a black man in America during the 1940s. Strayhorn never denied his identity and lived quietly with his partner, leading a life of dignity. Despite Ellington's unwavering support and protection in an industry that often sidelined gay talent, Strayhorn still paid the price of invisibility. He was rarely given equal recognition despite composing entire pieces on his own. Strayhorn's compositions, like Lush Life, reflected the pain, longing, and isolation of deeply real emotions of a human being. He was also an active participant in the civil rights movement, working with Lena Horne and supporting Martin Luther King Jr. Billy Strayhorn passed away on May 31, 1967, from esophageal cancer at the age of 51. Later, Duke Ellington composed an entire album in his honor, and Strayhorn's mother referred to him as Bill. Frankie Knuckles was not just a DJ, he was the creator of a musical movement. Born on January 18, 1955 in the Bronx, New York, Knuckles would later become known worldwide as the father of house music. However, his legacy lies not only in the rhythms he created, but also in the sense of liberation he fostered. In the late 1970s, Knuckles moved to Chicago and began playing music at a club called The Warehouse. It was here in the vibrant musical space and the nightlife of the Black and LGBTQ+ communities that house music was born. The music became not just a genre, but a safe space for gay people, especially black men, to express themselves freely. Frankie Knuckles' music became a sanctuary from a world filled with rejection, discrimination, and fear. He blended disco, soul, and gospel with extended instrumental edits, creating upbeat, hypnotic soundscapes that could carry on until dawn. Remixes like Your Love and other tracks like Baby Wants to Ride were not only club hits, but also carried political messages about sexuality, religion, and civil rights. Openly gay throughout his life, Knuckles never sought dramatization or theatrics. He let his music speak for itself. Knuckles was one of the few openly black gay men in the music industry to gain widespread recognition without having to hide his identity. In 1997, he became the first person to win the Grammy Award for Remixer of the Year Non-Classical. By 2004, the city of Chicago named a street after him in honor of his influence on music and the community. Frankie Knuckles passed away from complications related to diabetes on March 31, 2014, at the age of 59. His funeral was attended by artists, activists, and fans who saw him not only as a DJ but also as a spiritual leader and a revolutionary figure in the music industry. Johnny Mathis's voice is one of the most recognizable in American pop music. Born on September 30th, 1935 in Gilmer, Texas, and raised in San Francisco, he began singing classical music as a teenager before transitioning to pop. With romantic lyrics, a smooth tenor voice, and a clean-cut image, Mathis became a star by the late 1950s. He remained a fixture in pop music for decades, with hits like Chances Are Misty and It's Not For Me to Say. Mathis has sold over 360 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. However, despite the millions who loved his songs, very little was known about Johnny Mathis's private life. In a 1982 interview with Us magazine, he briefly acknowledged that he was gay, stating, "Homosexuality is a way of life that I've grown accustomed to." The article caused a stir, and the statement was quickly retracted, reportedly due to public pressure. It wasn't until the early 2000s that Mathis publicly reaffirmed his sexuality without taking it back. Mathis explained that during the height of his fame, coming out as gay could have destroyed his career. "It was something you just didn't talk about," he shared in a 2017 interview. Even so, Johnny Mathis never gave in to bitterness. He continued performing well into his 80s, received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2003, and was inducted into the Great American Songbook Hall of Fame. His career stands not only as a testament to remarkable longevity, but also as a reflection of the emotional pain of having to hide one's true self in order to survive. When Luther Vandross sang, the world seemed to pause and listen. Born on April 20th, 1951 in New York City, Vandross rose from a background singer to become one of the most iconic voices in R&B. His tone was silky smooth, and his heartfelt delivery of songs like Never Too Much Here and Now and Dance With My Father made him a household name, earning him 4 Grammy Awards in 2004 alone. Yet behind the rich melodies and chart-topping ballads was a man who carried a deeply personal secret for decades. Luther Vandross never publicly discussed his sexual orientation despite long-standing speculation. Close friends like Patti LaBelle and Bruce Vilanch have confirmed that he was gay, but Vandross himself never spoke about it. Some believe he feared losing his predominantly female fan base or didn't want to disappoint his devout family. Others point to the cultural stigma that a black gay man in the R&B world faced during the 1980s and 1990s. Whatever the reason, the emotional toll of staying silent was very real. Vandross admitted to feeling deeply lonely, and many of his heartfelt songs reflect a sense of unfulfilled love. When he suffered a stroke in 2003, he was in the middle of working on new music. Though he initially showed signs of recovery, he passed away on July 1st, 2005 at the age of 54. His legacy of timeless love songs helped millions feel seen and understood, but his own pain and longing often went unspoken. Luther Vandross gave the world a soundtrack for romance, yet he may never have lived as freely as he deserved. Meshell Ndegeocello is an artist who defies categorization. Born Meshell Lynn Johnson on August 29, 1968 in Berlin, Germany, and raised in Washington, D.C., she adopted the stage name Meshell Ndegeocello, which means free like a bird in Swahili, and that's exactly how she has lived her musical and personal truth. She first gained attention in the early 90s when her debut album, Plantation Lullabies, shook the music industry with its bold fusion of funk, soul, hip-hop, and jazz. But it wasn't just her music that made waves. Her unwavering honesty did too. Openly bisexual from the start of her career, Meshell challenged expectations around race, gender, and political resistance. Songs like Leviticus directly confronted homophobia, sparking controversy and facing radio bans. Meshell never backed down. she refused to dilute her truth to appeal to the mainstream. Her second album, Peace Beyond Passion, earned a Grammy nomination and cemented her reputation as one of the most fearless voices in music. She has openly spoken about feeling not fully accepted by mainstream black music circles or the predominantly white indie scenes. Her androgynous presentation, genre-defying sound, and radical honesty have made her an outsider in many places, but also a trailblazer. Over her long career, she has received 10 Grammy nominations and collaborated with artists like Madonna, John Mellencamp, and Robert Glasper. Perhaps her greatest achievement is the space she has created for black queer women to express themselves freely. As she once said, "I don't care about fitting into boxes, I want to blow them up." Frank Ocean didn't release a title, he released a letter. Born Christopher Edwin Breaux on October 28, 1987 in Long Beach, California, Frank Ocean initially built his reputation as a songwriter for artists like Beyoncé and Justin Bieber before breaking through with his critically acclaimed mixtape Nostalgia Ultra in 2011. But in July 2012, just days before the release of his debut studio album Channel Orange Ocean, posted a heartfelt open letter on Tumblr recounting his first love, a young man. The music world, especially the hip-hop and R&B communities, stood still. No major black male artist in those genres had ever made such a statement at the peak of their career. Some praised him for his bravery, while others questioned the timing and motives behind it. But Ocean's confession was simply the truth. He later said, "I needed to have this set in stone before I released the album." Channel Orange debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and won the Grammy for Best Urban Contemporary Album. Songs like Bad Religion and Thinking About You took on new meaning following his revelation. Suddenly, the longing in his lyrics had a face the industry rarely acknowledged. Ocean became more reclusive, rarely giving interviews, but his next album, Blonde 2016, was an intimate experiment hailed as a masterpiece. He built a loyal fan base that not only respected his artistry, but also connected deeply with his quiet defiance. Frank Ocean never labeled himself, he never needed to. Simply by speaking his truth, he carved out space for a new kind of masculinity in music, vulnerable, reflective, and free. Frank Ocean doesn't just make music, he creates space. A space for honesty, for vulnerability, for a new kind of masculinity. If you've ever felt that too, share your story. Help spread the message of freedom and truth. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this video if Frank's music has ever moved you. And don't forget to subscribe for more artists who break boundaries just like Frank Ocean. Janelle Mon&aacute didn't just break into music, she arrived like an encoded transmission from the future. Born on December 1, 1985 in Kansas City, Kansas, Mon&aacute emerged with a bold aesthetic, black and white suits, cinematic concepts, and sci-fi albums that masked deeper messages. Her early works like Metropolis The Chase Suite 2007 and The Arch-Android 2010 told the story of Cindy Mayweather, a time-traveling android rebel fighting against societal oppression. The metaphor in these works is clear. Mon&aacute was creating an alternate world where queerness, race, and gender could be reimagined and protected. For years, she avoided personal questions about her sexuality, saying she wanted the focus to stay on her art. However, in 2018, just before releasing her album Dirty Computer, she came out as pansexual in an interview with Rolling Stone, saying, "I consider myself a free-ass mother whore." Dirty Computer became a bold celebration of black womanhood, sexual fluidity, and rebellion, with tracks like Make Me Feel and Pink becoming new queer anthems. These songs were both defiant and deeply referential, nodding to icons like Prince and Grace Jones. The album not only earned a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year, but it also came with an emotional visual experience that blended Afrofuturism with LGBTQ+ politics. Mon&aac's impact extends far beyond music. She's a vocal advocate for non-binary and queer rights, climate justice, and racial equality. In 2022, she publicly came out as non-binary and began using both she, her, and they, them pronouns. Her journey reflects the evolving public language around gender and identity and proves that her presence in mainstream pop shows the audience is ready for that evolution. Lil Nas X didn't just go viral, he rewrote the rules of fame. Born Montero Lamar Hill on April 9, 1999, in Lithia Springs, Georgia, he was an internet-savvy teen when he released Old Town Road in 2019. The song, a blend of country and trap, quickly soared to #1 and broke the record with 19 weeks atop the Billboard Hot 100. At the height of Old Town Road's success, Lil Nas X tweeted on June 30, 2019, subtly hinting at his sexuality. Some of y'all already know, some of y'all don't care, but before this month ends, I want y'all to really listen to C7OR in the lyrics he wrote. This message hinted at self-acceptance and living authentically. Critics and fans quickly realized he had come out as gay, sending shockwaves through the hyper-masculine conservative worlds of hip-hop and country music. Some praised his courage, while others mocked and tried to undermine him. Yet Lil Nas X continued to embrace his freedom and bravery with Montero Call Me By Your Name, where he not only acknowledged his queerness, but celebrated it unapologetically, with imagery of dancing with demons and descending into hell. He confronted the religious shame he grew up with, but fans found a sense of catharsis in his openness. Sid of the Internet doesn't shout her truth, she sings it softly. Born Meshell Ndegeocello on April 23, 1992 in Los Angeles, Sid first gained attention as part of the alternative hip-hop collective Odd Future, where her calm, reserved style contrasted with the group's chaotic energy. She later stepped into the spotlight as the lead vocalist of the Internet and R&B band. Their debut album, Ego Death 2015, earned a Grammy nomination for Best Urban Contemporary Album. Sid stands out for openly embracing her identity as a black queer woman in R&B, a genre long dominated by heterosexual love songs and male-driven narratives. She centers queer desire in her music without flash or apology. Her solo album, Fin 2017, is a revelation with songs like Body and All About Me that go beyond love. They're gentle affirmations of confidence and honesty, especially for black queer women. Sid has never publicly labeled her sexuality because her music speaks for itself. She has always prioritized artistry and creativity over chart success, which is why she built her own studio early in her career. She stands as a testament to independence and control in an industry that often sidelines black queer women. Kevin Abstract never waited for permission. Born Clifford Ian Simpson on July 16, 1996 in Corpus Christi, Texas, he co-founded Brockhampton, the self-described boy band that redefined the boundaries of hip-hop and challenged its masculinity. Kevin came out as gay early in his career and made it clear that his music would reflect that truth. At a time when hip-hop was still grappling with openly queer voices, his presence was groundbreaking. He didn't just show up, he led with albums like Saturation, Iridescence, and Ginger. His songs are raw and vulnerable, exploring identity denial and longing with emotional honesty. Junkie is a clear example directly confronting fear and homophobia within the hip-hop community. Kevin didn't hide his queerness. He made it central to Brockhampton's identity, breaking the mold of traditional hip-hop narratives. Despite facing anxiety, isolation, and emotional vulnerability, Kevin continued to assert his identity through DIY visuals and digital platforms. He released solo projects like Arizona Baby and collaborated with other queer artists, expanding his influence while constantly challenging norms in the music industry. Tyler. The creator never asked to be understood. Born Tyler Gregory Okonma on March 6, 1991, in Hawthorne, California, he burst onto the scene with Bastard in 2009, a mixtape that played like a burning diary. He was a founding member of Odd Future, a shock rap collective that fused skate culture horror and suburban chaos into something raw and entirely new. Beneath the provocation, though, was an artist evolving in real time. Tyler's early lyrics were controversial, often accused of being misogynistic and homophobic. In fact, he was even banned from entering the UK in 2015 due to the content of his songs. But as his music matured, so did the themes. With Flower Boy 2017, fans noticed a shift. Lyrics like "I've been kissing white boys since 2004" weren't jokes. They were sincere confessions wrapped in Tyler's signature irony. He wasn't just acknowledging queerness, he was embracing it with a surprising level of vulnerability and honesty. The album Igor 2019 is entirely focused on telling the story of heartbreak caused by another man. This album won the Grammy for Best Rap Album and marked a turning point in public perception of Tyler. He no longer hides behind the metaphors he used to create. Tyler challenges labels, often responding to questions about his sexual orientation with sarcasm or evasiveness, sometimes identifying with queerness. This ambiguity can disappoint some people, but it is also his strength. He doesn't explain himself. He creates his own fashion image and sound, redefining the boundaries of masculinity in hip-hop. Big Freedia didn't invent bounce music, but she brought the genre to the global stage. Born Freddie Ross Jr. on January 28, 1978 in New Orleans, she grew up in a Baptist family singing in the church choir, but her true voice began to shine in the city's underground clubs. Bounce, a high-energy hip-hop style, created space for the Black and queer communities to express themselves and exist, and Freedia was a pioneer in making that happen. As a queer artist who defies gender norms, Big Freedia boldly blends femininity, masculinity, and Southern pride. Her career took off in the early 2000s with underground hits like Gin and My System and Ass Everywhere. However, it wasn't until the 2010s that mainstream audiences began to take notice. Her reality TV show, Big Freedia Queen of Bounce 2013, elevated her and New Orleans bounce culture to a whole new level, not just for the music but also for the LGBTQ+ scene in New Orleans. Freedia collaborated with Beyoncé on the song Break My Soul 2022, further cementing her influence on contemporary pop music. Despite her rise, she has faced challenges with some critics labeling her as over the top or a novelty. She has also dealt with personal hardships, including the loss of her mother and a legal issue related to housing assistance. Nevertheless, she consistently uses her platform to advocate for awareness around inclusion, HIV, AIDS, and justice for minority communities. Santana didn't have an easy path into rap music. Born Justin Harris on October 8, 1993 in Bridgeport, Connecticut, he started his career as a makeup artist for the rap duo City Girls. However, his confident personality and distinctive voice quickly took over the spotlight. In 2019, he released Walk Like a Dog, a track he produced himself that quickly became a TikTok sensation. Santana challenges the overly rigid standards of masculinity in hip-hop while openly embracing his identity as a gay man and pursuing high fashion. With songs like Material Girl and Walk Santana has proven he's not just here to entertain, but to change the game. He has also become a cultural figure beyond music with a strong presence on social media. However, his rise hasn't been without pushback. Some of his old tweets sparked controversy, and he has faced online hate often rooted in homophobia and misogyny. Still, Santana hasn't toned down his charisma. He has performed at major festivals, collaborated with artists like Madonna, and signed with RCA Records in 2022. His presence has opened up new conversations about gender expression and black queerness in hip-hop. McConowen, also known as ILoveMakonnen, was never meant to fit the mold. Born on April 12, 1989 in Los Angeles and raised in Atlanta, McConowen blended the melodies and moods of rap long before it became a trend. In 2014, his breakthrough single Tuesday, featuring Drake, became an international hit and a Grammy-nominated song that redefined the sound of rap. McConowen stood on the brink of mainstream fame, but 2 years later he did something few hip-hop artists have done. Especially at his level, in January 2017, he came out as gay in a tweet. He said, "I can't speak for other people's closets, I can only speak for mine, and it's time for me to come out and respond." The move sparked mixed reactions. While some fans and media praised his courage, McConowen shared that the industry's attitude toward him changed. Collaborations dried up, label support stalled, and some peers quietly distanced themselves. McConowen said he felt unsupported after coming out, and at times, his sexual orientation was used as an excuse to block him from key opportunities. Instead of backing down, McConowen doubled down on his independence. He released music on his own terms, exploring deeper themes like isolation, mental health, and resilience, while continuing to build a fan base that appreciates his transparency. Serpentwithfeet, born Josiah Wise on July 9, 1988 in Baltimore, Maryland, grew up in a devout family and received classical music training. He always stood out, but it wasn't until later, through his poetic experimental R&B lyrics and visual performances, that he found his voice. His debut EP in 2016, Blisters, produced by his collaborator Burke, aka the Haxon Cloak, introduced the world to a genre-defying sound with haunting orchestration and deep emotion. With albums like Soil 2018 and Deacon 2021, Serpentwithfeet created a new sacred space where black queer love is not whispered or hidden, but celebrated. Songs like Blesser's Heart, Same Size Shoe, and Cherubim celebrate tenderness between men using religious imagery not to condemn, but to elevate desire, intimacy, and joy. His work is not only brave art, but also a celebration of a bold, sometimes surreal Baroque aesthetic earning praise from critics. However, his explicit erotic portrayals of black queer love can still make some audiences uncomfortable. Serpentwithfeet doesn't perform to comfort. He performs to liberate, saying, "I want to write songs that make black gay men feel seen, not studied." Cakes to Killa never waited for permission to exist in rap music. Born Rashard Bradshaw on October 28, 1990 in New Jersey, he rose through the queer underground rap scene in the early 2000s, a time when being openly gay in hip-hop was still seen as career suicide. But Cakes didn't just come out. He kicked down the door, blending battle rap confidence with club-ready beats. His debut mixtape, The Eulogy 2013, was praised by outlets like Pitchfork for its sharp lyrics, relentless flow, and commanding presence. Cakes didn't want to be heard as a novelty or an icon. He wanted to be respected as a force. Songs like Goody Goodies and Don Dada leave nothing hidden. He conveys desire, power, and nightlife through a distinctly queer lens, and though he's often caught between two worlds, too queer for hip-hop gatekeepers and too raw for mainstream pop polish, he has carved out a space for fearless authenticity. His album Svengali 2022 is a deep exploration of love, shame, and emotional control, and while it hasn't topped the charts, his impact is undeniable. Killa doesn't want acceptance, he wants respect, and he's earned it. A talented and bold artist, Killa continues to expand his influence in music and the LGBTQ+ community. Mykki Blanco is not just a rapper, they are a movement. Born Michael David Quattlebaum Jr. on April 2, 1986 in Orange County, California, Blanco emerged in the early 2000s, blending poetry, performance, art, punk, and experimental hip-hop into something unclassifiable and unforgettable. Identifying as gender fluid and using they, I, them, and she, her pronouns, Mykki became one of the first artists to blur the lines between gender expression and confidence in rap. Early mixtapes like Cosmic Angel and Gay Dog Food delivered chaotic, vibrant tracks with lyrics that were both defiant and highly performative. In 2015, Mykki publicly revealed their HIV-positive status, an almost unprecedented move in the music industry at the time. I realized I had nothing to be ashamed of, they shared. That announcement didn't end their career. It deepened their purpose. The album Mykki 2016 marked a turning point, more melodic and introspective, yet still featuring intense tracks like High School Never Ends and Loner, showing an artist who is healing but refuses to shrink for others' comfort. They have performed worldwide, collaborated with Madonna, and are known for redefining hip-hop and queerness on stage. Blanco's performances are confrontational and often cathartic, theatrical, with makeup wigs and combat boots. They channel anger, joy, trauma, and strength through their own body, a protest in motion. They also openly criticize the industry for exploiting queer artists without real support. Don't call me brave, pay me, Blanco has said. The album Broken Hearts and Beauty Sleep 2021 continues to break boundaries, blending rap dance and vulnerability, proving that Mykki is still reinventing hip-hop more than a decade later. Zebra Katz didn't enter hip-hop. He came from a dark corner of the art world, bringing something the genre rarely sees. Born O.J. Morgan on March 15, 1987 in West Palm Beach, Florida, Katz studied performance art before recording any music. His breakthrough moment came in 2012 when designer Rick Owens used his track Ima Reed in a fashion show in Paris. The song is minimal, menacing, and utterly queer, repeating haunting rap lines, Ima read that. Zebra Katz draws on dance culture sharp history and has redefined black queer expression in hip-hop. However, mainstream radio didn't quite know what to do with him. Katz's music blends trap, industrial techno, and spoken word elements, as heard in his intense experimental and political albums Less is More 2020 and Black Widow 2023. He delves into isolation, overexposure, and being idolized as a black gay man. Despite working with Gorillaz and Busta Rhymes, Katz remains caught between art world acclaim and mainstream indifference. People want me to give them a song that's not my story, he once said. But Katz continues to push a queer image, abstract lyrics, and whispered to screamed vocals that are never predictable. Before queer rap became a trend, LEYF laid the groundwork. Born Khalif Diouf on April 6, 1989 in Manhattan, L1F emerged from New York's underground music scene, blending electronic beats, dance styles, and unapologetically queer storytelling. A trained dancer and Yale graduate, L1F brings precision and power to both his lyrics and image. His breakthrough track, What 2012, caused a sensation not just for its bold rap, but also for the image of a black gay man wearing shorts, twerking in heels, and rapping naturally about men. L1F quickly challenged hypocrisy in the music industry, criticizing how Macklemore was praised for his support of gay people, while black queer artists were ignored. He isn't afraid to call names and speak out publicly. Mixtapes like Fly Zone and Treehouse blend aggression, humor, and vulnerability. The album Riot Boy 2015 is an experimental project featuring collaborations with Dev Hynes, Sophie, and Jungle Pussy. Despite his significant influence, L1F has never received mainstream recognition proportional to his impact. Record labels didn't know how to market him, and his image was considered too uncomfortable for rap stereotypes. But he never compromised and never forgot that black queer creativity is often borrowed, diluted, and repackaged without credit. Moor Mother doesn't make music to soothe. She makes music to awaken. Born Kamai Ayewa on November 19, 1979 in Aberdeen, Maryland, she is a poet, experimental musician, and political activist. Operating at the crossroads of hip-hop, punk noise, and Afrofuturism, she uses art as a weapon shield and memory. Her debut album, Fetish Bones 2016, is a sonic manifesto, screams field recordings, and spoken-word poetry that feels like a rebellious prayer. Subsequent works like Analog Fluids of Sonic Black Holes continue to explore jazz codes, black science fiction, and deep collaborations with the Black Quantum Futurism Collective. Moor Mother doesn't rap about clubs or love. She raps about ancestral trauma, police violence, capitalism, gender-based violence, and the distortion of time. She rejects binaries, deconstructs form, and challenges her audience. As a lecturer at the University of Southern California and having performed at the Whitney Biennial Berlin Jazz Festival, and Tate Modern Moor Mother isn't topping the charts, but her influence spreads widely across music, academia, politics, and underground art. Kaytranada doesn't need lyrics to speak his truth. He lets the beats do the talking. Born Louise Kevin Celeste Stein on August 25, 1992 in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and raised in Montreal, Kaytranada, became one of the most respected producers and DJs of the 2010s, with a sound that blends funk, hip-hop, R&B, and house. He breathed new life into global dance culture. His debut album, 99.9%, 2016, won the Polaris Music Prize and featured collaborations with Anderson .Paak, Craig David, and Aluna George. But his journey isn't just about music, it's about identity. In 2016, at the height of his early success, Kaytranada came out as gay in an interview with Fader. He revealed that he had struggled with depression, loneliness, and imposter syndrome issues, worsened by hiding his sexual orientation in an industry that isn't always kind to gay men, especially those working behind the scenes. He admitted that touring while keeping his identity a secret was one of the most stressful experiences he's ever had. "It was hard for me to be proud," he said at the time, "but things are getting better." His 2019 album, Bubba, took that evolution even further. It won the Grammy for Best Dance Electronic Album and showcased the joyful queerness of blackness in every beat. Collaborators like Kali Uchis and Felix didn't just lend their voices, they brought light. The album isn't about coming out. It exists in freedom that follows within a DJ culture that's traditionally been straight. Kaytranada didn't just show up, he dominated. His influence can be heard everywhere, from underground shows to fashion runways to his signature remixes on the radio. Kaytranada proves that sometimes you don't have to shout to change the room. A rhythm alone can move the world. These 25 black artists didn't just break musical barriers, they redefined what it means to be seen, heard, and loved in a world that often silences difference. Their stories are courageous, complex, and far from over. Which artist from today's list impressed you the most? Drop their name in the comments below. Do you think the music industry has truly changed to listen to and embrace difference? Comment "changed" if you believe it has, or "still a lot to do" if you think it hasn't done enough yet. And don't forget today's interactive question. Do you have any LGBTQ plus friends around you? If yes, leave a 1. If not, comment 0. Enjoy the video. Leave a like and subscribe to support the channel and help spread these untold stories. Have you ever wondered about the hidden aspects of Whitney Houston's life that she kept out of the public eye? Whispers have long surrounded the superstar's personal relationships, with rumors of a secret same-sex connection that she never openly acknowledged. Whitney wasn't alone in this struggle. Many black celebrities faced the daunting challenge of keeping their sexual identities hidden, fearing it would damage their careers and personal reputations. In this video, we'll explore the untold stories of black icons who lived with the fear of revealing their same-sex relationships, even after their passing. Join us as we dive into the lives of these trailblazers who navigated fame in a world that often demanded silence. Josephine Baker was not just a performer, but a true trailblazer. Born in St. Louis, Missouri in 1906, she rose from a childhood marked by poverty and adversity to become a global sensation. In the 1920s, she made the bold decision to move to Paris, where her extraordinary talent and infectious charisma quickly captured the hearts of audiences. Baker's performances in La Revue Negre introduced her to the world, and her iconic role at the Folies Bergère solidified her status as one of the most beloved entertainers of her time. She defied the odds, becoming a symbol of black excellence and breaking down racial barriers in the world of entertainment. Offstage, Josephine Baker's life was just as remarkable as her performances. During World War II, she courageously served as a spy for the French resistance, leveraging her fame to gather crucial intelligence against Nazi forces. After the war, she became an ardent advocate for civil rights, publicly refusing to perform for segregated audiences in the United States. Despite her public persona, Baker kept many aspects of her private life hidden. She was married several times and adopted 12 children, but she also had romantic relationships with women, including a rumored affair with Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. In an era where revealing her sexuality could have severely impacted her career, Baker chose to keep her personal life out of the public eye. She passed away in 1975, leaving behind a legacy as both an iconic performer and a tireless advocate for equality. Her life and impact continue to inspire and resonate with people around the world. Richard Pryor's life was as multifaceted and unpredictable as his comedy. Born in 1940 in Peoria, Illinois, he grew up in a turbulent environment, raised by his grandmother in a brothel, surrounded by hardship and chaos. Yet Pryor turned this adversity into material that would define his career. His raw, unflinching comedy explored his personal struggles with addiction, mental health, and relationships, earning him the respect and admiration of audiences who saw his vulnerability as a source of power. In the 1970s and 1980s, Pryor became one of the most influential comedians of his generation, fearlessly tackling issues like race, drugs, politics, and his own deeply personal flaws. His ability to laugh at the darkest parts of his life while holding up a mirror to society made him an unforgettable figure in both comedy and culture. Despite his openness about many aspects of his life, Richard Pryor remained largely private about his sexuality. Although he was married 5 times and never openly identified as anything other than heterosexual, he alluded to having relationships with men during his stand-up routines, often blurring the lines between comedy and reality. Years after his death, music icon Quincy Jones made headlines when he revealed that Pryor had a romantic relationship with actor Marlon Brando. This revelation was later confirmed by Pryor's widow, Jennifer Lee Pryor, who shared that he had discussed his sexual orientation with close friends and had even documented these relationships in his personal diaries. Richard Pryor never publicly acknowledged his sexual orientation, likely due to the societal pressures of his time and the fear of backlash that could have impacted his career. When he passed away in 2005 after a long battle with multiple sclerosis, Pryor left behind a legacy of groundbreaking comedy that pushed the boundaries of social norms. However, his personal life, particularly his relationships with men, remained largely private throughout his lifetime. It wasn't until after his death that these aspects of his life came to light, with his romantic relationships being one of the last secrets of his complex and often turbulent existence. Sylvester James Jr. was a trailblazer in the disco era of the 1970s, celebrated for his powerful falsetto, flamboyant style, and undeniable stage presence. Born in Los Angeles in 1947, Sylvester's musical roots began in church choirs, where he honed his vocal talents as a child. Despite his religious upbringing, his burgeoning sense of identity clashed with the conservative environment he grew up in. It wasn't until he moved to San Francisco that Sylvester truly came into his own, finding acceptance and creative freedom within the city's dynamic LGBTQ+ community. There, he embraced his true self and became an icon for both the disco scene and the queer community. San Francisco played a pivotal role in Sylvester's ascent to stardom, with his iconic hit, "You Make Me Feel, Mighty Real," becoming a powerful anthem of freedom and self-expression. Though open about his sexuality, Sylvester maintained a level of privacy about his personal relationships, often grappling with the tension between his conservative upbringing and his journey toward self-acceptance. While his mainstream success was brief, as disco's popularity waned in the early 1980s, Sylvester's legacy endured. He became a passionate advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, especially in the face of the devastating AIDS epidemic that affected his community. Sylvester himself was diagnosed with HIV and tragically passed away in 1988 at the age of 41. Luther Vandross possessed a distinctive voice, rich with emotion and a soothing power that cemented his place as an R&B legend. Born in New York City in 1951, he rose to fame with timeless hits like Never Too Much and Dance with My Father, selling over 40 million records globally and capturing the hearts of fans across generations. His music, filled with themes of love and passion, left a lasting impact. Despite his extraordinary success, Vandross kept his personal life largely private, never publicly addressing his romantic relationships, which led to widespread speculation about his sexuality. Luther Vandross's close friend, Patti LaBelle, later revealed that he feared alienating his devoted female fans, who saw his music as a source of comfort and romance. He also wanted to shield his mother from any possible controversies. His friend and collaborator, Bruce Vilanch, recalled that Vandross had confessed to leading a double life, keeping his true identity hidden in an industry where being openly gay, particularly as a black man, could pose significant risks. Luther Vandross passed away in 2005 after complications from a stroke, leaving behind a profound and emotional musical legacy. James Baldwin was not just a writer, but a powerful voice for the marginalized. Born in Harlem in 1924, Baldwin grew up in a strict religious household with a stepfather who was a preacher. Though he initially contemplated a religious vocation, his true calling lay in literature. In the 1940s, Baldwin moved to Paris, seeking a space where he could explore issues of race and sexuality free from the oppressive judgment of American society. His writings were groundbreaking, offering fearless and candid explorations of race, sexuality, and identity. His 1956 novel Giovanni's Room tackled same-sex love in a bold and transformative manner, becoming a cornerstone of LGBTQ+ literature. Although Baldwin's works often explored themes of sexuality, he kept his own personal life private, allowing his characters to convey his thoughts rather than openly sharing his own identity. Faced with both racism and homophobia, Baldwin remained committed to speaking the truth and advocating for his rights. He passed away in 1987, leaving a profound literary legacy that continues to inspire and stand as a testament to the courage required to confront societal challenges. Billie Holiday, affectionately known as Lady Day, was a jazz legend whose emotionally rich and deeply expressive voice transformed the music world. Born in 1915 in Philadelphia, she rose above a childhood marked by poverty and hardship, finding refuge in music. In the 1930s, her distinctive style captivated audiences, and songs like Strange Fruit, a haunting condemnation of racial injustice, pushed the boundaries of jazz and ignited important conversations about social change. Through her music, Holiday gave voice to both personal and societal struggles, creating a powerful legacy of resilience. Her artistry, steeped in themes of pain and strength, left an indelible mark on music, resonating deeply with generations of listeners. Billie Holiday's personal life mirrored the intensity and complexity of her music. She experienced tumultuous relationships with both men and women, reflecting a journey that was as layered and fluid as the emotions she conveyed through her songs. Although she never publicly discussed her sexuality, her romantic life demonstrated a complexity that paralleled the raw vulnerability in her music. Despite her extraordinary talent, Billie Holiday struggled with addiction and health issues throughout her life, passing away in 1959 at the age of 44. Yet, her legacy endures, continuing to inspire generations of artists and listeners, cementing her place as one of the most influential figures in jazz and beyond. Paul Winfield gained recognition in the 1970s with his role as Nathan Lee Morgan in Sounder, 1972, earning an Academy Award nomination for his powerful yet vulnerable performance. This role helped establish him as one of Hollywood's leading black actors. He further showcased his talent with his portrayal of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the 1978 miniseries King. Despite his success, Winfield kept his personal life, particularly his sexuality, private. During the 1970s and 1980s, Hollywood was not welcoming to openly gay actors, especially black men, making discretion a necessity for many. Winfield lived a deeply private life, even dating his Sounder co-star Cicely Tyson, for a period to deflect attention and avoid speculation. While his personal life was kept out of the public eye, close friends knew he was gay. His longest and most significant relationship was with architect Charles Gillen Jr., with whom he had an interracial relationship that they kept largely hidden. The death of Charles in 2002 deeply affected Winfield, who was already struggling with declining health. Winfield passed away in 2004 from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy marked by quiet strength and resilience. Nell Carter was widely recognized for her role as the housekeeper Nell Harper in the beloved 1980s sitcom Give Me a Break, but her talents extended far beyond this iconic role. Born in 1948, Carter began her career in theater, captivating audiences with her powerful voice and distinctive charm. She won a Tony Award for her standout performance in the musical Ain't Misbehavin', which highlighted her extraordinary singing abilities. Despite her fame, Carter faced numerous personal challenges, including health issues like diabetes and obesity, as well as multiple miscarriages. Eventually, she chose to adopt 3 children, adding to the complexities of her personal life. Carter was married twice, but it wasn't until after her death in 2003 that it came to light that her closest relationship had been with her longtime partner, Ann Kaser, with whom she had shared a home in Beverly Hills for many years. Ann was more than just a friend to Carter. Their bond was deep and significant. Following Carter's sudden death at the age of 54, it was revealed that she had left her entire estate to Ann and had named her as the guardian of her children. This revelation surprised many and underscored the important role Ann had played in Carter's life, a relationship Carter had kept private, but that was clearly profound and meaningful. Sherman Hemsley made a lasting impact on television with his portrayal of George Jefferson in The Jeffersons, one of the first sitcoms to showcase a wealthy African-American family. His portrayal of the outspoken and charismatic George became iconic, earning him a devoted following during the 1970s and 1980s. With his sharp comedic timing and commanding presence, Hemsley emerged as one of the standout stars of his time. In contrast to his bold on-screen persona, Hemsley was known for being shy, reserved, and fiercely private in his personal life. Throughout his career, he remained single and kept details of his private life out of the public eye, fueling rumors about his sexual orientation. Despite the rumors that surrounded him for many years, Sherman Hemsley never publicly addressed his sexuality, instead choosing to focus on his career. After his death in 2012 from lung cancer, close friends, including actor Garrett Morris, confirmed that Hemsley was gay, but had kept that part of his life private. Morris, who had worked with Hemsley on The Jeffersons, shared in an interview that Hemsley's close circle of friends was aware of his sexual orientation and respected his decision to keep it out of the public eye. Hemsley's life underscores the unique challenges faced by black gay men in Hollywood, particularly during the 1970s and 1980s. His quiet resilience in navigating those challenges remains a significant aspect of his legacy. Billy Strayhorn may not be as widely celebrated as some of his contemporaries, but his influence on jazz is undeniable. As Duke Ellington's key collaborator, Strayhorn was behind some of Ellington's most iconic compositions. If you've ever listened to Take the A Train, you've already encountered Strayhorn's brilliance. Born in 1915, Strayhorn grew up facing significant challenges, but his deep love for music helped him rise above them. At just 23, he joined Ellington's band, marking the beginning of a remarkable partnership that would shape the course of jazz history. Strayhorn was not only a gifted composer and pianist, but also a trailblazer for the LGBTQ+ community in the world of music. At a time when being openly gay could ruin a career, Strayhorn remained true to himself within the jazz community, though he kept a relatively low public profile. Those closest to him knew of his relationships with men, and he lived his life on his own terms. Tragically, Strayhorn passed away in 1967 at the age of 51 from esophageal cancer. While he may not have achieved the same mainstream fame as Duke Ellington, Strayhorn's contributions continue to have a profound and lasting impact on American music. Whitney Houston was not only a star but a true legend, whose powerful voice and striking beauty helped shape pop music for decades. With over 200 million records sold, 6 Grammy Awards, and timeless hits like I Will Always Love You and Greatest Love of All, Her influence on the music industry is undeniable. In 2023, Rolling Stone recognized her as the second greatest singer of all time, cementing her legacy. Yet behind the fame and glitter, Houston's life was overshadowed by profound struggles. She battled addiction for many years, a battle that ultimately led to her tragic death in 2012. Additionally, Whitney Houston's close relationship with her longtime friend Robin Crawford sparked widespread speculation, as the two shared a deep bond dating back to their teenage years. While Whitney was publicly linked to several high-profile relationships, her connection with Crawford remained a mystery to many. In 2019, Crawford revealed in her memoir that their relationship had been romantic. This aspect of their bond had been kept secret, influenced by Whitney's religious beliefs and the intense pressures of her public image. For a famous black woman, openly living with her sexual identity during that time was an immense challenge. Octavia Estelle Butler was a literary icon, not only as one of the most influential black authors in the science fiction genre, but also as one of the most impactful writers in literature overall. Born in 1947, Butler forged her own path in a genre that was often unwelcoming to women, and even more so to black women. Through her groundbreaking works like Kindred and Parable of the Sower, she broke down barriers, blending speculative fiction with deep explorations of race, gender, and power. Butler was famously private about her personal life, which fueled much speculation about her sexual orientation. Although Octavia Butler never publicly identified as part of the LGBTQ+ community, those close to her have suggested that she may have been a lesbian. Her work continues to resonate across generations, inspiring countless writers, especially women of color, who see in her stories a powerful blueprint for storytelling in science fiction. Since her death in 2006, her influence has only expanded, cementing her legacy as a pioneer and literary legend. Her works remain a profound challenge to societal norms, continuing to inspire and transcend the boundaries of speculative fiction. Phyllis Hyman was a singer with a truly distinctive voice. Her rich, deep alto conveyed an emotional depth that could move anyone who listened. Songs like You Know How to Love Me and Living All Alone became timeless classics, solidifying Hyman's place as a beloved figure in the worlds of R&B and jazz. Her stage presence was magnetic, and her music continues to leave a lasting impact on listeners today. However, behind the powerful performances, Hyman struggled with personal challenges. She battled bipolar disorder and depression throughout her life, often turning to alcohol and drugs to cope with her emotional pain. Although Phyllis Hyman was a famous and beloved figure, she was candid about the mental health challenges she faced, openly discussing the emotional struggles she endured throughout her life. Tragically, Hyman passed away in 1995, just days before her 46th birthday, leaving her fans devastated. After her death, it was revealed that Hyman had relationships with both men and women, including a long-term relationship believed to be with musician Tina Clark. While she never publicly identified as bisexual, those close to her suggested that her relationships with women were a significant part of her life. Rainey, known as the Mother of the Blues, was one of the earliest professional blues singers and one of the first black artists to record her music. Born in 1886, Rainey possessed a powerful voice, and her performances were raw, emotional, and captivating. Yet her legacy goes beyond her music. She was also a trailblazer in openly expressing her love for women through her songs at a time when such openness was rare. Rainey boldly sang about her romantic relationships with women, challenging societal norms and breaking down barriers. Although Ma Rainey was married to a man for much of her life, she did not hide her same-sex relationships, often incorporating them into both her music and personal expression. Her openness about her sexual orientation made her a trailblazer, paving the way for future LGBTQ+ artists to live authentically both in their lives and in their art. Though she passed away in 1939, Ma Rainey's influence endures, continuing to inspire countless artists and reminding us of the power of courage and self-expression. Bessie Smith, affectionately known as the Empress of the Blues, was one of the most influential figures in American music. Born in 1894 in Chattanooga, Tennessee, she rose from humble beginnings to become a dominant force in the blues genre during the 1920s and 1930s, an era when male artists largely dominated the scene. With her powerful voice and timeless songs like Downhearted Blues and Nobody Knows You. When you're down and out, Bessie became a symbol of strength and resilience, deeply connecting with her audience. On stage, she commanded attention with her charismatic presence and raw emotional intensity, making her one of the most captivating performers of her time. Bessie Smith rose to fame as a vaudeville star, celebrated for her dramatic style and deep emotional energy. As a bisexual woman in an era of limited acceptance, Bessie lived authentically, engaging in relationships with both men and women. Despite the societal prejudices and expectations of the time, her quiet defiance and openness made her a trailblazer, offering early representation for LGBTQ+ individuals in the arts. Bessie's courage to live her truth in a world that often scrutinized her choices turned her into an icon of resilience and self-expression. Though her life was tragically cut short by a car accident in 1937, Bessie's legacy continues to inspire, influencing artists like Janis Joplin and Nina Simone, and paving the way for future generations of musicians. Barbara Jordan was a groundbreaking figure in American history, renowned for her unwavering commitment to civil rights and her historic role in politics. Born in 1936 in Houston, Texas, she overcame the challenges of racial discrimination to become the first Black woman elected to the Texas State Senate since Reconstruction. Her political journey reached new heights in 1972, when she was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, making her a trailblazer for both women and Black Americans in government. Jordan's powerful oratory captivated the nation, especially during the 1974 Watergate hearings, where her impassioned call for the impeachment of President Nixon left a lasting impact and resonated deeply across the country. Barbara Jordan's famous speech at the 1976 Democratic National Convention further solidified her influence, establishing her as one of the most powerful voices in American politics. Her eloquent and impassioned address highlighted her vision for a more just and inclusive America, earning her widespread respect and admiration. In her personal life, Jordan maintained a private but enduring relationship with her partner, Nancy Earl, for over 30 years. Despite battling multiple sclerosis and leukemia, Jordan remained steadfast in her commitment to public service, tirelessly advocating for progressive values until her death in 1996. Her legacy as a trailblazer in politics and a champion for civil rights continues to inspire generations. Moms Mabley was a trailblazer in the world of comedy, paving the way for future generations of female comedians with her bold humor and unapologetic honesty. Born in 1894, she rose to prominence in a male-dominated comedy landscape, captivating audiences with her distinctive look, bright-colored dresses, a toothless grin, and sharp, candid jokes addressing social issues. Mabley began her career on the vaudeville stage and eventually became a familiar face on television, notably appearing on The Ed Sullivan Show in the 1960s, where her unique comedic style gained widespread recognition. In her personal life, Jackie Moms Mabley was open about her sexual orientation, maintaining relationships with women, a revolutionary stance at a time when being openly gay was rare. She faced two major obstacles in her career: racism and sexism, but she remained unstoppable, using her courage both on stage and off to challenge and break down barriers for LGBTQ+ comedians. Mabley continued performing until she was nearly 80, proving that laughter truly has no age. She passed away in 1975, but her influence endures, inspiring countless comedians with her bold spirit and sharp sense of humor. Little Richard was a legendary rock and roll icon, renowned for his bold style and magnetic charisma, forever changing the landscape of music. Born in 1932 in Macon, Georgia, he skyrocketed to fame in the 1950s with hits like Tutti Frutti and Long Tall Sally. But he was much more than just a rock star. He was a trailblazer, blending gospel, rhythm and blues, and rock to create an electrifying new sound that resonated with audiences worldwide. His high-energy piano playing and dynamic performances captivated fans, leaving a lasting impact on future music legends, from Elvis Presley to Prince. In addition to his groundbreaking music, Little Richard is notable for his openness about his sexuality during a time of profound conservatism. He navigated complex relationships with both men and women, using his flamboyant persona and empowering lyrics to challenge societal norms. His willingness to live authentically made him a quiet icon for the LGBTQ+ community, particularly significant in an era when such expressions were rare and often stigmatized. Though he temporarily stepped away from his music career to focus on his faith, Little Richard eventually returned to the stage, solidifying his place as a pivotal figure in rock history. When he passed away in 2020, he left behind a profound legacy, inspiring future generations to live boldly, authentically, and unapologetically. Bayard Rustin was an often overlooked hero in the civil rights movement, celebrated for his exceptional organizational skills and steadfast commitment to equality. Born in 1912, Rustin was the mastermind behind the landmark 1963 March on Washington, where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech. While Rustin devoted his life to justice, he also faced discrimination due to his sexuality, at a time when being openly gay was rare and stigmatized. He chose to live authentically, overcoming both societal prejudice and personal struggles. His strategic brilliance, intellect, and ability to unite diverse groups made him an indispensable force in the movement. Despite these challenges, Rustin remained central to advancing civil rights and driving social change. Although Bayard Rustin often shied away from the spotlight due to the prejudices of his time, he was a tireless advocate for social justice, labor rights, and peace. His contributions were not fully recognized until after his death in 1987, when the full scope of his impact on the civil rights movement and beyond became clear. Today, Rustin is honored as a trailblazer, not only in the fight for civil rights, but also in advancing the visibility of the LGBTQ+ community. His life serves as a powerful reminder that true courage lies in fighting for justice while embracing one's identity, regardless of the challenges or risks involved. Thank you for requesting the translation. I hope it helps you gain a deeper understanding of these important figures in cultural and political history. Today, we're diving into the inspiring journeys of the 20 youngest Black actors who proudly identify as LGBTQ+, and courageously break down the tough barriers in the harsh entertainment industry. These aren't just ordinary stars on screen. They are pioneers, silent warriors, driving deep change, motivating and inspiring millions around the world. Every story, every step they take, enriches the diverse and vibrant landscape of today's entertainment industry. From the dazzling moments on the red carpet to creative independent film sets, from the renowned Broadway stages to blockbuster Hollywood hits, these young talents constantly push beyond all old boundaries and limits. They not only reshape how the world views art, but also challenge stereotypes about gender and personal identity. Join us as we step into their world to better understand the efforts, passion, and resilience that have made them symbols of freedom and innovation in the global entertainment industry. If you find this story interesting, leave a comment with the number 1. If not, comment 0. Don't forget to like, share the video, and share your thoughts in the comments below to let us know what you think. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exciting videos. Now let's dive into the story together. Lil Nas X, born on April 9, 1999, is one of the brightest stars in modern pop culture, rising explosively and unexpectedly. His song Old Town Road not only dominated domestic music charts, but also spread worldwide, turning Lil Nas X into a global phenomenon overnight. The unique blend of traditional country music with modern rap created a fresh wave that captured widespread attention and changed the way people perceive the genre. Old Town Road is more than just a hit. It's a symbol of innovation and cultural fusion, cementing Lil Nas X's powerful mark on the vast music industry. A pivotal and meaningful moment in Lil Nas X's career came in 2019 when he publicly came out as gay, a bold and groundbreaking move within the country and rap music scenes, which have long been tied to traditional values and conservative stereotypes. His openness not only reflected his personal honesty and freedom, but also marked a significant milestone, prompting both the public and the music industry to reconsider and embrace greater gender diversity in these genres. This moment opened a new door, empowering many other artists to express themselves more freely and break down long-standing barriers and prejudices. What sets Lil Nas X apart and amplifies his impact is his fearless embrace of eccentricity, bold personality, and unique style in his music and videos. Works like Industry Baby and Montero aren't just hits. They're daring artistic statements bursting with creativity and strength, unafraid to challenge old norms and societal limits. These music videos sparked lively debates and attracted widespread attention, stunning audiences with their seamless blend of visuals, music, and deep personal messages. Lil Nas X has become a symbol of freedom, clearly showing that both art and individuality deserve to shine and be expressed in their own way, inspiring millions around the world to live authentically and pursue their passions freely and confidently. Ricky Thompson, born on February 6, 1996, quickly rose to become a social media sensation with his explosive presence on Vine and Instagram. He gained fame through short, hilarious videos, sharp-witted commentary, and energetic, charismatic dance moves. Ricky's bold style, confident attitude, and "don't mess with me" vibe created a unique appeal that drew millions of followers, earning him the reputation as one of the kings of the internet world. Audiences not only loved his humor, but also admired how he expressed himself with confidence and a distinct personality. From an early stage, Ricky openly came out as gay, a brave and significant decision in the complex and often pressurized world of social media. His honesty in living authentically not only made him an inspiring icon for the LGBTQ+ community, but also allowed him to build an image as a multifaceted artist, unafraid to break traditional boundaries. Ricky has leveraged his social media fame to expand his career across various fields, maximizing the opportunities that came with his popularity. Beyond making waves on social media, Ricky Thompson has also built an impressive modeling career featuring in numerous fashion projects and advertisements. He ventured into acting, appearing in films and television shows, while also serving as a co-host on Spotify broadcasts. His versatility and adaptability have helped Ricky establish a sustainable and diverse career, becoming a role model of confidence and individuality in the modern entertainment industry. Kaytranada Lonsdale, born on December 19, 1991, is a Nigerian-Australian actor and singer widely recognized for his role as Wally West in the TV series The Flash, and as Bram in the hit film Love, Simon. From the start of his career, Kaytranada impressed audiences with his versatile acting skills and the diversity of his roles. In 2017, he came out as gay, a pivotal decision that marked a turning point in both his life and career. Since then, Kaytranada has boldly and confidently expressed his unique personal style, sexuality, and artistry, becoming a role model for many young people in the LGBTQ+ community. Kaytranada Lonsdale's music serves as a space where he deeply explores themes of identity, love, and personal liberation. Through each song, he delivers powerful messages of self-acceptance, encouraging everyone to live authentically and continuously celebrate their uniqueness. Beyond his musical talent, Kaytranada's red carpet fashion consistently draws significant attention. He continuously breaks traditional gender and aesthetic norms, helping to reshape perceptions of diversity and freedom in self-expression. Kaytranada Lonsdale has become a symbol of courage and creative freedom among today's young artists. He proves that living authentically not only advances a career, but also creates a positive impact and inspires society. Through his acting and music projects, Kaytranada continuously spreads messages of love, acceptance, and the right to live truthfully, remaining a powerful source of motivation for many who are fighting to be recognized and respected for who they truly are. Jeremy Pope, born on July 9, 1992, is a highly talented actor and singer who quickly emerged as one of the brightest stars in contemporary arts. He made history by becoming one of the few actors nominated for Tony Awards in 2 different categories. In the same year, a rare achievement showcasing his versatility and excellence in acting. Additionally, his standout role in the series Hollywood not only captured critical acclaim, but also earned him a prestigious Emmy nomination, broadening his recognition worldwide through the Netflix platform. As an openly gay man, Jeremy Pope has demonstrated courage by living authentically and has used his talent and versatility to make a lasting impact in the entertainment industry. Jeremy's career is a brilliant blend of artistic credibility and an unrelenting creative passion. He fearlessly takes on a variety of roles from the stage to the small screen, consistently delivering performances that are authentic, emotionally powerful, and captivating. Having come out early in his career, Jeremy not only serves as a shining role model for the LGBTQ+ community, but also stands as a symbol of freedom and integrity among artists. He inspires many by courageously confronting and overcoming societal prejudices while actively promoting diversity and inclusion within the entertainment industry. In 2022, Jeremy Pope took on the lead role in the film The Inspection, portraying a young black gay man joining the Marines, a deeply challenging and powerful performance. Through this character, he authentically and movingly depicted the struggles and obstacles faced by the LGBTQ+ community within the rigid rules and traditions of the military. The role not only highlighted an inspiring personal story, but also helped raise awareness about sensitive social issues, reflecting Jeremy's commitment to using art as a medium to convey profound humanitarian messages. With his talent and dedication, Jeremy Pope continues to solidify his place as a highly influential artist and an endless source of inspiration for younger generations. Justice Smith, born on August 9, 1995, quickly emerged as a standout not only for his acting talent, but also for his courage and openness in coming out as gay amid the peak of the Black Lives Matter protests in 2020. His public relationship with actor Nicholas Ash drew significant attention, allowing him to leverage his influence to emphasize the importance of inclusion and visibility for the Black LGBTQ+ community in the entertainment industry, helping to break down stereotypes and promote diversity in society. Justice Smith's initial success came from his role as an ambitious DJ in the Netflix series The Get Down, directed by Baz Luhrmann. This role not only showcased his acting skills, but also paved the way for him to expand his artistic range. He then continued to build his career with a lead role in the Jurassic World series, along with various independent films demonstrating his versatility, depth in acting, and ability to adapt to a wide range of characters and genres. Justice Smith is not only a talented actor, but also a powerful source of inspiration, using his voice and personal image to advocate for fairness, equality, and diversity in the entertainment industry. He has shown a strong commitment to raising awareness about the Black LGBTQ+ community, inspiring younger generations to live authentically and pursue their passions with perseverance. Through his career achievements and social activism, Smith has left a lasting impression on audiences and helped shift perceptions about diversity in the entertainment world. If you find this story inspiring, don't forget to like, share the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exciting videos. Now let's continue the story together. Jaboukie Young White, born on July 24, 1994, is a talented comedian and writer known for his witty, sharp style and insightful take on modern society. He quickly made a name for himself by blending intelligent humor with absurd situations, entertaining audiences, while prompting deep reflection on contemporary social issues. Jaboukie's performances consistently bring a fresh, humorous, yet thought-provoking perspective, creating a special appeal that resonates strongly with young audiences. As one of the youngest correspondents on the popular late-night show, The Daily Show, Jaboukie brought bold, honest perspectives on the Black LGBTQ+ community. His commentaries and reports combined sharp satire and humor, while highlighting sensitive social issues resonating strongly with millennial and Gen Z audiences. He consistently breaks traditional norms, delivering fresh and authentic approaches to tackling difficult topics. Jaboukie Young White's unique style and distinctive personality have made him one of the most promising and beloved figures in comedy and media today. He's not only a masterful storyteller, but also a vital voice representing the LGBTQ+ community, inspiring many young people to live authentically and face life's challenges with humor, intelligence, and courage. Jaboukie continues to expand his influence, helping to create a more diverse and open artistic and social environment. Julian Walker stepped into the spotlight for the first time with the 2014 film Blackbird, portraying a young man struggling with his sexual orientation in a deeply religious Southern town. This role not only told a deeply emotional and realistic story, but also mirrored Julian's own personal experience as he came out publicly around the time of the film's release. Through this performance, Julian demonstrated honesty and courage in facing both personal and societal challenges, leaving a lasting impact on audiences. As one of the few openly gay black actors taking on roles that honestly and boldly portray LGBTQ+ stories, Julian Walker has become an important and influential voice in the entertainment industry. He openly champions self-acceptance and encourages others to live authentically. His honesty and courage have created a quiet strength that resonates deeply within his fan community, serving as a powerful source of encouragement for many. Through his roles and personal efforts, Julian has built a deep emotional connection with audiences, especially those who see themselves reflected in his story. His influence extends beyond his acting ability to inspiring courage, self-acceptance, and hope for those struggling with identity and the right to be themselves in a society still full of prejudice. Julian Walker is not only an artist, but also a symbol of resilience and personal freedom, contributing to positive change within the LGBTQ+ community and society at large. Brandon Black became a meme culture sensation thanks to his standout role in Ma Homecoming, but his fame goes beyond viral moments on social media. As an openly proud gay man, Brandon frequently shares his journey toward becoming the most authentic version of himself, especially in an environment where many still choose to hide or conceal their true identities. His honesty and courage have made Brandon an important voice, representing the Black LGBTQ+ community, inspiring many along the way. Brandon brings a subtle balance of humor and emotional depth to every role he takes on. He boldly portrays both the vulnerability and explosive strength of black gay men, helping to break long-standing stereotypes and broaden the multifaceted perception of them within the entertainment industry. It's this authenticity and unique style that have made Brandon one of the standout and widely beloved artists, attracting a large and loyal fan base. Beyond his exceptional acting skills, Brandon serves as a positive inspiration by using his voice and story to promote understanding, acceptance, and empathy. He has created a safe and uplifting space, encouraging many to live authentically and overcome societal prejudices and barriers. With his unique style and genuine heart, Brandon Black is helping to build a more diverse, inclusive, and progressive entertainment industry, one where everyone can be respected and valued for who they truly are. Calvin Seabrooks is a rising actor known for his ability to portray multidimensional roles that deeply explore the complexities of black gay life. With his authentic and natural performances, Calvin has become a top choice for roles demanding honesty, genuine emotion, and passionate intensity. Audiences appreciate how he brings powerful and meaningful stories to life, reflecting both personal and social experiences. As an openly gay man, Calvin openly shares his coming-out journey as well as the challenges of maintaining mental health and embracing his identity. The stories he tells not only foster empathy, but also empower those with similar experiences, helping them feel seen and deeply understood within the community. Calvin is an important voice contributing to breaking down prejudices and raising social awareness about LGBTQ+ issues. Beyond his acting talent, Calvin Seabrooks stands as an inspiring role model with his honesty and courage in living authentically. He has not only built a solid artistic career, but also uses his personal story to encourage and motivate many young people, helping them overcome challenges and confidently move forward on their paths of self-growth. This blend of talent and genuine heart has earned Calvin increasing admiration and respect within the entertainment industry. Tanner Bazemore is a promising newcomer with a rapidly growing film career in the independent LGBTQ community. His roles often deeply explore themes of self-discovery and personal identity, delivering authentic, emotionally rich, and layered stories. With his natural charm and nuanced acting style, Tanner has quickly become a standout actor admired by both audiences and critics, showing great promise for a bright future in the film industry. Beyond shining on screen, Tanner is also a dynamic and inspiring voice on social media. He regularly shares heartfelt thoughts on important issues like mental health, artistic creativity, and the importance of building strong communities. As a young Black gay actor, Tanner uses his platform to create a safe and supportive space, helping many in the community feel understood and connected. His open and honest sharing contributes to fostering deeper understanding and empathy in society at large. The combination of exceptional acting talent and a strong commitment to social values is helping Tanner Bazemore solidify his position as a versatile artist and an inspiring figure. He delivers impressive performances while serving as a symbol of hope and a voice for the new generation of artists eager to drive positive change. Through his work, Tanner contributes to building a diverse, inclusive, and vibrant entertainment industry, opening up new opportunities and pathways for LGBTQ and Black artists alike. Alex Newell is an undeniable pioneer in the entertainment industry, known for their powerful voice and deeply personal roles, especially in the hit TV series Glee. With a performance style that breaks all molds and defies traditional gender norms, Alex has become a shining symbol of freedom, diversity, and creativity in the performing arts. Their courage in expressing themselves authentically and boldly has pushed the boundaries of how artists can showcase their personality and talent on stage and screen, inspiring many to pursue artistic careers with a spirit of freedom and authenticity. In 2023, Alex Newell made a powerful mark by becoming the first non-binary actor to win the Tony Award for Best Leading Actor in a Musical. This historic achievement was not only a personal milestone for Alex, but also a significant step forward in increasing recognition, respect, and support for LGBTQ+ and non-binary artists worldwide. This resounding success not only affirmed Alex's exceptional talent, but also opened doors for many young artists, encouraging them to live, authentically pursue their passions, and challenge societal prejudices. Alex Newell is not only a versatile and talented artist, but also a powerful cultural icon representing diversity, inclusivity, and progress within the modern entertainment industry. Through outstanding contributions and a steadfast presence on major stages, Alex continues to open new opportunities and shift societal perceptions of gender and personal identity. The profound messages Alex shares about the power of authenticity, personal freedom, and courage in living true to oneself have touched the hearts of millions worldwide, becoming an endless source of inspiration for young artists and fans across the globe. Josiah Victoria Garcia, a rapidly rising non-binary and queer artist in voice acting and independent film, has gained attention for their diverse and profound expressive abilities. With a distinctive voice and artistic sensitivity, Josiah brings vivid, authentic performances that leave a strong impression on every project they join. Their career is on a powerful upward trajectory as they not only affirm their individual talent, but also make a positive impact within the diverse and creative artistic community. Beyond their artistic achievements, Josiah is actively involved in educational projects and community work, demonstrating how art and purpose can blend harmoniously and meaningfully. They use their voice and influence to raise awareness about social issues, especially the challenges faced by the LGBTQ+ community and other marginalized groups. These efforts not only enhance understanding, but also provide motivation and hope for many, contributing to the creation of a more just and inclusive society. With deep dedication and commitment, Josiah Victoria Garcia is becoming a shining role model for the new generation of non-binary and queer artists. They continually explore, create, and push their own boundaries in art while using their voice to deliver powerful messages about diversity and acceptance. In doing so, Josiah helps shape an entertainment industry that is increasingly diverse, open, and vibrant, inspiring everyone to live authentically and pursue their passions wholeheartedly. Sheldon D. Brown is another standout star from the film The Inspection, delivering a deeply emotional and powerful performance that left a strong impression on both audiences and critics. His role goes beyond a mere character on screen, offering a nuanced exploration of complex themes such as masculinity, shame, and love within a challenging social context. Through every moment on screen, Sheldon provides a raw, authentic, and compelling portrayal of the inner experiences of Black gay men, shedding light on stories that are often overlooked or misunderstood. As an openly proud artist, Sheldon D. Brown remains deeply committed to telling authentic and profound stories, continually striving to amplify voices that often go unheard in modern society. He uses art as a powerful tool to connect with audiences, raise awareness, and inspire appreciation for the diversity and complexity within the Black LGBTQ+ community. Sheldon's sincerity, sensitivity, and compelling acting have earned him a respected and solid place in the entertainment industry, one where stories like his are essential and deserve to be heard and shared. With his talent, passion, and genuine heart, Sheldon continues to solidify his role as an influential artist and a powerful source of inspiration for younger generations. He not only delivers outstanding performances, but also stands as a symbol of courage, using art to break down prejudices, broaden understanding, and create a safe space where stories of love, self-acceptance, and personal identity are celebrated and valued. Sheldon D. Brown's contributions have helped shift society's perception of the Black LGBTQ+ community, empowering those seeking recognition and equality in their lives. Which of these inspiring individuals impressed you the most? Let us know by leaving a comment below. And if you found this story engaging, don't forget to like and share the video with your friends and those around you, so they can discover it too. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on our upcoming exciting videos. Thank you for watching until the end, and we'll see you in the next videos. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be exploring an interesting and surprising topic: Black celebrities that you might not know are part of the LGBT community. These individuals not only found success in their careers, but also had the courage to live authentically. Stick around to learn about their inspiring stories and journeys. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out on more exciting videos coming your way. Billy Porter, one of the most prominent names in the entertainment industry, is known not only for his talent, but also for his bold, unmistakable style. He is a symbol of freedom, an artist with vibrant outfits, emotional performances, and a powerful voice. However, Billy Porter's love story with Adam Smith, a private businessman, is a little-known secret. When the two met at a charity event, they couldn't deny the magical connection between them. However, their love was not easy. Billy, a Hollywood star always in the spotlight, could never escape the public eye, while Adam, on the other hand, was a man who preferred to keep his personal life private. They had to live in the shadows, hiding their true feelings. One night after a successful performance, Billy realized that he couldn't continue living like this. Love couldn't remain a secret forever. He decided to go public, recording a live video and confessing his love for Adam, the person he called the reason I live. The statement immediately went viral and sparked a buzz within the community. The backlash came from those who didn't understand, always criticizing them. But it was also from that moment that strong support began to rise from the LGBTQ+ community and Billy's fans. At first, Adam couldn't understand Billy's bold decision. He didn't understand why Billy wanted to make their love public. But as he witnessed the reactions from the community and understood that Billy did it not only for love but also for people like them, Adam began to feel and appreciate the sacrifice Billy made for him. Their love story not only became an inspiration, but also a lesson in courage, sacrifice, and the ongoing struggle for the right to love and live authentically. Jessica Betts, a talented singer known for her soulful ballads, had to keep her love for the famous actress Niecy Nash a secret for many years. Their relationship had to be hidden not only because of their celebrity status, but also because Niecy had experienced several failed relationships in the past. They feared the public's reaction if their love was exposed. However, when Niecy decided to go public by posting a picture and writing the caption, "Love needs no reason, it simply is," everything changed. This statement sparked a media storm, forcing Jessica to face intense attention and criticism from both the public and the press. The pressure of living her love life publicly caused Jessica to experience stress, as she faced criticism and questioned about her personal motives. However, when Jessica felt confused by the attacking headlines, Niecy stood by her side and encouraged her, saying, "Our love is not a mistake. Don't let anyone decide your happiness." This encouragement gave Jessica the strength to overcome her fears. On stage, she confidently sang and declared, "Love is freedom," sharing with the audience the freedom she had found in her love. Lil Nas X, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, is a 24-year-old American rapper, singer, and songwriter. He first gained widespread attention in 2019 with his hit Old Town Road, a song that topped global charts and became a cultural phenomenon, especially during LGBTQ+ Pride Month. Lil Nas X came out as gay through a series of tweets on Twitter, revealing that he had shared his sexual orientation with his family earlier that month. Despite facing both support and backlash from the public, he maintained his confidence and continued to express himself unapologetically. In January 2023, Lil Nas X continued to explore and express the complexity of his sexual identity through a series of tweets, in which he mentioned the possibility of being bisexual. He asked his fans if they would be upset if he said he was somewhat bisexual, a move that reflected his comfort and openness about gender identity and sexual orientation topics. Lil Nas X stands out for his courage and unique fashion style. He often incorporates cowboy elements into his outfits, creating a signature image that blends music, culture, and fashion while breaking societal and artistic norms. MJ Rodriguez is a talented actress, best known for her groundbreaking role as Blanca Evangelista in the TV series Pose, 2018-2021. She made history as the first transgender woman to win a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a television series, Drama. Beyond her acting career, MJ is a passionate advocate for the transgender community and the LGBTQ+ movement, using her platform to promote recognition and acceptance. While MJ Rodriguez is very open about her advocacy work, she is quite private about her personal life, especially her romantic relationships. She tends to keep details of her love life out of the public eye, instead focusing on her professional journey. MJ has often expressed the importance of self-love, empowerment, and unity in relationships, frequently emphasizing that love and support are essential in facing the challenges of both the entertainment industry and society. MJ Rodriguez remains a strong, confident role model, not only in her career, but also as an inspiration to many. Her commitment to her work and advocacy has solidified her as an ideal figure for many, both within and outside the LGBTQ+ community. Octavia Butler, the visionary science fiction writer, was not only a master of creating intricate worlds, but also a trailblazer in addressing complex issues of race, gender, and LGBTQ+ identity through her powerful narratives. Her works were far ahead of their time, tackling societal constraints and opening new dialogues around marginalized identities. However, behind her success was a journey filled with struggle and adversity. In an industry largely dominated by white men, Butler faced constant doubt about her abilities and endured harsh prejudices. Despite repeated manuscript rejections and criticism, she remained resolute, refusing to let these obstacles define her. Through her determination and brilliance, Butler shattered barriers and created a lasting legacy that continues to inspire and challenge the literary world. One of Octavia Butler's greatest struggles wasn't just asserting her talent, but embracing her own identity. Early in her career, she lived in isolation, concealing her sexuality due to fear and uncertainty. The pressure to hide who she truly was stifled her. How could she write about freedom when she herself had to live in the shadows? A turning point came in 1984 with the release of Parable of the Sower, which featured a strong female protagonist navigating a chaotic world, reflecting Butler's own internal battle for self-acceptance. Through her work, she became a symbol for those fighting to live authentically, inspiring many in the LGBTQ+ community. Butler's legacy stands as a powerful reminder of the importance of living truthfully. Wanda Sykes, the renowned comedian, is celebrated not only for her sharp wit, but also for her courage in advocating for LGBTQ+ rights. She has used her platform to challenge societal norms and turn each story into a powerful message of equality and freedom. During one performance, while telling a comedy bit about a gay love story, an audience member shouted, "Shut up, Wanda, this isn't funny." With a grin, Wanda quickly responded, "Oh, I see. You don't like my love story, but you like my jokes, right?" Her clever comeback had the crowd in stitches and showcased her strength in embracing her authentic self, proving that humor can be a powerful tool for resilience and change. After the performance, Wanda was flooded with messages from the LGBTQ+ community, expressing how her story had empowered them to live authentically. Despite facing criticism from some conservative voices, Wanda remained unshaken. She continued to be a fierce advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, using her own experiences to push for equality and acceptance. Wanda proved that by living authentically and without fear, you can make the world see you and change the narrative in the process. Her unwavering commitment to authenticity made her a powerful voice in the fight for LGBTQ+ rights. In 2014, R&B singer Monifa and educator Therese Meshell made a historic decision to publicly reveal their relationship, marking a key moment for the LGBTQ+ community, especially within communities of color. Their love story was not only one of passion, but also a bold stand against the stigma surrounding LGBTQ+ relationships. After one of Monifa's performances, they faced harsh criticism for publicly showing their affection. Despite the backlash, they stood firm, with Therese encouraging Monifa, "We can't let them defeat us." However, the public boycott and criticism impacted Monifa's career, leading to the loss of endorsement deals. Despite these challenges, their love and resilience became a powerful symbol, proving that true love and authenticity are worth fighting for. Despite the challenges they faced, Monifa and Therese refused to back down. They organized talks and events to advocate for acceptance and diversity within the black music industry. Even in the face of opposition, they stood firm in their belief that their love had no boundaries. Their courage made them symbols of strength and resilience, inspiring the black LGBTQ+ community to embrace their authentic selves. Monifa and Therese's activism paved the way for greater visibility and acceptance, encouraging others to live openly and confidently. Johnny Mathis, one of the most iconic voices of the 20th century, enchanted millions with his smooth, romantic ballads. However, behind the fame and the stage lights, he carried a secret he kept hidden for many years. In 1970, as he was preparing for a major performance, Johnny received a call from the man he had loved in silence for so long, a love he had never dared to publicly acknowledge. That call became a pivotal moment for Johnny, pushing him to confront the truth and realize that it was finally time to live authentically, no longer concealing his heart's true desires. That night, as he stepped onto the stage, Johnny made the brave decision to publicly acknowledge his love, declaring that he was a man who loved another man. His admission stunned the audience, yet it was met with an overwhelming wave of applause, even as it stirred criticism from the public and his own family. Despite the backlash, Johnny felt no regret. For him, this moment marked a profound liberation, a turning point where he could finally live his truth. His courage became a beacon of hope for others, showing that true freedom comes not just from the music, but from embracing one's authentic self without fear. Johnny's story continues to inspire those who dare to live openly and honestly, no matter the cost. Dominique Jackson is a trailblazing actress, model, and activist, best known for her iconic portrayal of Electra Abundance in the critically acclaimed TV series Pose, 2018-2021. Through her powerful performance, Dominique brought to life a strong and proud transgender woman, breaking barriers in the entertainment industry. Her role went beyond just acting. It served as a catalyst for changing public perceptions of the transgender community. Dominique's portrayal illuminated the complexities of LGBTQ+ experiences, from struggles with self-acceptance to the fight for respect and equality in society, offering audiences a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by many. Beyond her acting career, Dominique Jackson is a passionate advocate for transgender rights and a tireless champion for the LGBTQ+ community. She actively participates in campaigns that promote equality, inclusivity, and justice, using her platform to push for systemic change. Dominique frequently speaks out in public forums, emphasizing the need for a more just society for LGBTQ+ individuals. With her resilience and determination, Dominique has become more than just a talented actress. She is a powerful symbol of progress, inspiring both the entertainment industry and the LGBTQ+ community to embrace diversity and fight for equal rights. James Baldwin, a trailblazing writer and steadfast champion for social justice, used the written word to challenge societal norms and spark meaningful change. His literary works, especially Another Country, dive deep into complex themes of love, identity, and race. But behind the creation of Another Country is a lesser-known tale from 1961 when Baldwin was residing in Paris. What began as a quiet, reflective train journey to the south of France, with hopes of finding solitude to finish his manuscript, unexpectedly transformed into a life-changing experience that would profoundly influence both his personal life and future writings. During the train ride, Baldwin encountered Philippe, a young artist on the run from a dangerous, forbidden romance with the son of a powerful politician. As shadowy figures appeared hunting Philippe, Baldwin made the bold decision to protect him, despite the looming danger. After narrowly escaping the threat, Philippe, grateful for Baldwin's bravery, handed him a suitcase packed with his unpublished artwork. This encounter profoundly impacted Baldwin, serving as the catalyst for Another Country, which would explore themes of forbidden love, racial tension, and gender identity, ultimately becoming a powerful testament to love that knows no limits. Audre Lorde, a powerful poet and relentless advocate, was not just a literary giant, but also a symbol in the ongoing fight for gender equality and LGBTQ+ rights. In 1975, during a literary conference in New York, she made a bold statement by confronting the entrenched conservative views of the time. As she walked into the hall dressed in her signature black cloak, a group of conservative writers shot her disapproving looks. One of them, with a sneer, questioned, "What could a black lesbian poet like you possibly teach us?" Despite the mockery, Audre stood her ground before the audience and began to passionately recite a poem that shed light on the pain of lesbian women who faced societal rejection. Every line she spoke challenged the status quo, each word like a strike against narrow-minded beliefs. Instead of receiving admiration, Audre faced harsh criticism. "Your poetry is just whining, not art. It's merely provocative." As the room became divided, Audre remained composed, responding with unwavering confidence. If poetry can't make you confront the truth, then what is its purpose? From that moment, Audre Lorde solidified herself as not just a poet, but a fearless champion in the battle against discrimination and inequality. Lena Waithe is a groundbreaking figure in the entertainment industry. Recognized for her significant contributions to amplifying representation for both the LGBTQ+ and Black communities in Hollywood. Beyond her undeniable talent, Lena has become a powerful symbol of courage, unapologetically embracing her identity as a Black, queer woman. She has used her platform to craft meaningful narratives that address issues of race, sexuality, and systemic inequality, while passionately championing the importance of diversity and inclusion in creative spaces. Lena's work continues to inspire and challenge the status quo, paving the way for future generations. In September 2018, Lena Waithe made history as the first Black woman to win an Emmy for Outstanding Writing for a Comedy Series for her groundbreaking work on the Thanksgiving episode of Master of None. The episode, which tells the deeply personal story of Denise's coming out, resonated with audiences by portraying the unique intersection of race and LGBTQ+ identity. It not only captured the real-life struggles of the LGBTQ+ community, but also underscored the significance of sharing authentic, diverse stories that reflect the complexities of identity. Through her win, Lena cemented her role as a pivotal voice in shaping both entertainment and societal discourse. Lena Waithe's career stands as a powerful testament to her dedication to increasing representation and creating opportunities for both Black people and the LGBTQ+ community in Hollywood. A talented writer, producer, and visionary, she has risen to become a defining figure in the entertainment industry, especially after being named Artist of the Year by Out magazine in 2018. Though she remains private about her personal life, Lena's work, advocacy, and bold statements continue to serve as a source of inspiration to countless individuals in the LGBTQ+ community. Her accomplishments are not only a personal triumph, but also reflect her relentless drive to challenge the status quo, shattering barriers and advancing a more inclusive, equitable entertainment industry for all. Bayard Rustin, though not as widely recognized as some of his contemporaries, was the strategic force behind the monumental 1963 March on Washington, where Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech. Rustin was a fierce advocate for both civil rights and LGBTQ+ rights, tirelessly working to bring equality to marginalized communities. Yet, his journey was far from easy. As a gay man, he faced not only societal discrimination, but also political attacks aimed at undermining both his personal identity and his crucial role in the civil rights movement. Rustin's legacy is a testament to his resilience, bridging the fight for racial justice and LGBTQ+ equality in a time of profound challenges. In 1963, as the historic March on Washington approached, Bayard Rustin faced intense opposition from conservative politicians who sought to undermine him by exposing his past, including his arrest for being openly gay. Their goal was to discredit Rustin and derail the march. Despite the pressure, Rustin remained resolute. Instead of hiding, he publicly acknowledged his identity, holding a press conference where he boldly declared, "I am gay and I fight for freedom. If you believe that diminishes my value, I believe it only strengthens this movement." The march proceeded successfully, and Rustin's leadership as the mastermind behind the event solidified his place as not only a key architect of the civil rights movement, but also a powerful symbol of resilience and courage in the face of adversity. Angela Davis is not just a distinguished scholar, but a powerful icon in both the Black liberation movement and the fight for LGBTQ+ rights. Throughout her life, she has advocated for the liberation of Black people and the rights of the LGBTQ+ community. In 1997, when she publicly revealed her sexual orientation, it marked a groundbreaking moment in the LGBTQ+ movement in the U.S., signaling a courageous stand for personal freedom and self-expression. Her declaration not only reinforced her lifelong commitment to justice, but also inspired countless individuals to embrace their true identities and continue fighting for equality. The story unfolds on a chilly winter evening in Oakland, when Angela Davis receives a mysterious wooden box wrapped in black fabric. Inside, she finds a letter and a collection of old photographs that recount the painful life of a Black woman from the 1960s, rejected by both her family and society due to her sexuality. The letter serves as a challenge from the past, urging action. Angela soon realizes that she is being watched and threatened, yet instead of succumbing to fear, she confronts the situation head-on. Determined, she organizes a seminar at the university, standing tall before an audience despite the mounting threats. With unwavering conviction, she declares, "I am not just an activist, I am a proud lesbian." This powerful moment of coming out not only reshapes Angela's own journey, but ignites a wave of inspiration, marking a pivotal moment in the history of LGBTQ+ rights. Luther Vandross, the iconic R&B legend, was known for his soulful ballads that tugged at the heartstrings of millions, but behind his smooth voice was a deeply guarded secret: his sexuality. In the 1980s, while working on his album Give Me the Reason, Luther received an enigmatic song titled The Shadow of Love, accompanied by an unsettling note. Only those who dare to confront their own truth can truly sing this song. The lyrics carried a profound message about embracing truth and the inevitability of facing it. Intrigued, Luther chose to record the track, but soon after, strange things began to happen. The studio was plagued with inexplicable technical difficulties. Equipment malfunctioned, and the musicians reported a mysterious, eerie presence that seemed to hover as they played the haunting melody. The song and its connection to Luther's own hidden truth seemed to stir something beyond the music itself. The tale took a darker turn when a close friend of Luther, who had been a strong supporter and urged him to come out, suffered a tragic accident shortly after hearing The Shadow of Love. Whispers of a curse began to spread, and Luther couldn't shake the feeling that the song was eerily speaking to him. Though he kept his sexuality hidden out of fear of losing his fans and support, he had a haunting dream where he stood on stage under blinding lights, yet no one could hear his voice. Only a voice echoed telling him, "Let them know or remain silent forever." Struggling with the weight of the decision, Luther ultimately chose to keep the song hidden, locking it away in storage. But fate intervened when a music producer released it illegally, only to lose everything in a mysterious fire shortly afterward. Despite never publicly coming out, Luther's music, particularly ballads like Dance with My Father, often left listeners wondering if, in his lyrics, he was quietly speaking to the shadow of a love he had kept concealed for his entire life. RuPaul Charles, a drag artist and activist, not only revolutionized drag culture, but also became an irreplaceable icon in the LGBTQ+ community. Known for the show RuPaul's Drag Race, RuPaul took drag from being a marginalized part of society to the global television spotlight, captivating millions of fans. However, behind the glamorous outfits and stage lights lie stories that few know. one of which is the iconic fall in the first season that almost ruined everything RuPaul had built. As RuPaul's Drag Race was about to debut on television, no one could have predicted that the night would become one of the most terrifying moments in drag history. RuPaul had spent hours preparing, ensuring everything would go smoothly, but just minutes before stepping onto the stage, the unthinkable happened. A high heel, a crucial part of the drag look, suddenly snapped in half. The sight of it caused RuPaul, despite being tall and poised, to stagger on stage. The broken heel nearly threw RuPaul off balance, freezing the entire production team, contestants, and backstage crew, all unsure of what to do next. However, instead of panicking or giving up, RuPaul did what only Ru could. She stood up, struck a pose like a true drag queen, and laughed it off. Then she turned to the camera and said, "That's why drag is never easy, but don't worry, I'll always step onto the stage whether I have shoes or not." The entire studio erupted in laughter. But it wasn't just a funny moment. It was a lesson in resilience, confidence, and an undefeatable attitude. RuPaul's flexibility and unbreakable spirit helped turn RuPaul's Drag Race into a legend. Unexpected situations like these became an integral part of the show and an essential part of RuPaul's story. The fall with the broken heel became a symbol, a key element of her legacy, affirming that drag is not just an art form, but a confrontation and triumph over every challenge life throws at you. Meshell Ndegeocello, the talented neo-soul artist, completely transformed the music landscape with her passionate melodies and powerful messages about identity and love within the LGBTQ+ community. She became a symbol of freedom, living authentically despite societal challenges. Starting from the early days in New York's jazz clubs, Mel wrote her own story, never backing down. However, behind those mesmerizing tunes, Mel still struggled with an inner battle, hiding her love for women out of fear of losing recognition in her music career. One of the most pivotal moments in her journey came when she decided to share her true thoughts and feelings with the public. While there wasn't a specific event like in the story you mentioned, Meshell has never hesitated to speak about her sexual identity in numerous interviews and events, affirming that she is a member of the LGBTQ+ community and always ready to face societal challenges. She is not only an artist, but has also become a symbol of liberation, fiercely fighting against prejudice to find freedom in love, inspiring millions. Sylvester James Jr., the legendary disco music icon, was a monumental figure for the LGBTQ+ community and completely reshaped the music landscape with his powerful and emotive melodies. Starting in the 1970s, Sylvester captivated fans with timeless songs, becoming a shining star in the music industry. However, behind the bright stage lights was a man with a hidden pain, a gay individual in a society still full of prejudice, facing stigma from both society and the music industry. One night at a club in New York, Sylvester did what no one dared to do. Dressed in sparkling attire and high heels, he stepped out in front of the crowd and boldly declared, "Tonight, I'm singing not just for you, but for all those like me, those still hidden in the shadows. Are you ready?" As the music began, he not only performed, but also sparked a musical revolution with "You Make Me Feel Mighty Real," a powerful anthem about same-sex love. That night, Sylvester not only brought a fresh breath to disco music, but also turned music into a symbol of freedom, courage, and love that could not be hidden. Despite facing stigma and questions about his gender, Sylvester stayed true to himself, becoming a legendary icon not only for his music, but for his bravery in confronting the world. Alice Walker, a pivotal figure in literature, is celebrated for her groundbreaking novel, The Color Purple, and her tireless advocacy for equality and freedom. Her work has had a profound influence on portraying the experiences of Black women and the LGBTQ+ community. Since the publication of The Color Purple in the 1980s, Alice has become a symbol of strength and resilience, inspiring countless individuals to embrace their authentic selves and challenge societal norms. Behind the pages of Alice Walker's work lies a lesser-known story of personal struggle and self-discovery. After coming out as bisexual, Alice faced significant prejudice, rumors, and isolation. One pivotal moment occurred in a quiet cafe in Atlanta, where she reunited with an old college friend. Their conversation about love, identity, and freedom led Alice to realize that her writing wasn't just for her own healing. It was a way to give voice to those who couldn't live authentically. While writing The Color Purple, she found the courage to confront societal judgment, affirming that love knows no boundaries. The image of the purple hat, worn by a mysterious woman in her story, became a symbol of Alice's unapologetic life and her dedication to fighting for truth, freedom, and love, even when others remained silent. Thank you all for watching the video until the end. The stories shared today surely gave us a deeper and inspiring look at living authentically, despite the challenges. I hope you found it interesting and motivational. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think and if there are any other topics you'd like to learn more about.